everybody. Tonight I would like to do a Simpsons review. I usually don't review The Simpsons because the show's been on the air since like 1989 Christmas, and it just I usually don't do Simpsons reviews, and I guess this is my first one maybe that I've done on the channel. Maybe if it were like seasons 1 through 9 and the internet was a thing back then. Well, it was a thing, but if like social media and YouTube was a thing back then, I probably would have done a review. But I gotta review this episode because it's fresh in my mind and it was really, really, really good. I mean, might have been the best Simpsons episode I've seen in years. And the premise for the episode initially didn't seem like much. It was like Marge and Luann Van Houten get into a fight over their kids or something and how they parent, and dire consequences from this occur, which I was like, okay, what? Maybe they go on a camping trip or something. I didn't know. But how they handled this episode differently and originally and artistically, from a way that I really, 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 really enjoyed and thought this could have been from like seasons like 10 through 20, back when it was still more popular than it is today, because it's not as popular. Although they say Disney claims that the #1 watched show on Disney Plus is actually The Simpsons, which that kind of surprises me. I mean, it's kind of weird, but a show that's been on the air that many years, I mean, it's been over 30 years and it's still running strong in repeats on Disney Plus. So the episode basically, okay, they get into a fight about parenting and how they're raising their kids, and then all the kids hang out, and it would go back and forth from like their real world to like almost like this really stylized old-fashioned animation where they're cavemen fighting, and she's fighting a wolf. The wolf is Luann Van Houten, and she's very stylized, has long flowing blue hair, and it was just such beautifully rendered animation that it really added to the enjoyment and the level of grade I would give this episode. Normally, in the new run of episodes, I don't even know if most of the time I'm giving it a 5 out of a 10. You know, maybe on a good day 6.5 or 6. You know, but this episode, it was so beautifully done with the caveman animation of the family and the wolf and Luann Van Houten, and how it all culminated and how the story unfolded. I would give it a solid 9.5, which is, I mean, I can't remember the last really, really, really good episode like this that I was, like, really blown away by, and I knew, like, right away, I'm making a review of this episode. I don't even know the name of the episode, to be honest with you. It's the episode that aired on March 24th, Sunday, March 24th, 2024. So, you know, if any sleuths want to look that up and see what the name of the episode is, if you want to hone in on that and try to get a glimpse of it, or if you've got Fox on Demand or Hulu, you can watch it on Hulu the next day. You can probably just watch it that way as well and just find the latest episode like on Monday. But yeah, really, really, really good episode. I would highly recommend it to anybody who, like me, feels it's still a watchable show. Oh my god, I've got a giant pimple right there. Oh, I can't believe I filmed the whole thing, not knowing that was there. You guys either noticed it or didn't, but anyway, if for anyone like me who still enjoys watching it, still sits down and watches it just about every Sunday, but just feels like the quality has gone down considerably. Even if you go back to like season 15 or 16 or 17 or all the way up into the beginning of the 20s of those seasons, I think a big it's not so much sometimes that the quality is bad. I think people get thrown off by the fact that it's all like HD digital now. And like I remember after the Simpsons movie, and they used like a new kind of animation for the Simpsons movie, and I really like the Simpsons movie. I thought that they got all the old writers and the new writers together in a room and wrote a really special film that really felt classic. I don't know if they could like redo that again by doing the same method, getting all the classic and new writers together to make something special for a sequel, or another movie. My idea, I'm sorry to go off line with this, but my idea is you make the one movie that you made, the Spider Pig movie, and the environmental movie and whatnot, the epic movie they did there, and the second movie has nothing to do with the first one. It's like a Halloween, maybe a spoof on the Bride of Frankenstein, or not the Bride of Frankenstein. What was that one called? The Mel Brooks film. Do like a spoof on that, or just a spoof on any Halloween fair, and do like a full length, like just epic movie. And then the third one would be the sequel to the first movie. I don't know if that would confuse people at all. And the cool thing about the Halloween idea is you could come out with the movie around Halloween, or you could even do segments like you do in the Halloween specials, except you could do more segments or do longer ones because it's a movie. And that's another idea. So either spoof something, spoof a movie. They could even take like a 20th Century Fox horror film and spoof it, because they own 20th Century Fox. They don't have to worry about getting sued. So yeah, again, great episode. So this harkens back to, I would say, pre Simpsons movie, and then the Simpsons movie came out, and then all of a sudden they went to HD animation, and I think there is when people started to lose their love of the show and think the quality went down. And is it that the quality went totally down, or are people just not used to that new crisper animation and it makes it look different? I think that's part of it. Part of it is the quality, but I don't think that's the whole thing. I think part of it is the animation is throwing people off. That beautiful, crisp animation. One of the beautiful things about the early days of The Simpsons was it looked like a cartoon. Now it looks like not as dodgy of a cartoon. And take a look at if you've seen the new X-Men 97, the new show on Disney Plus. It just aired last Wednesday, and they aired the first 2 episodes. It looks so friggin' retro. It looks like the cartoon from the 90s. That's what it looks like. And animation was way dodgier back then, obviously. And they made the animation, it's got a new look to it, but it's also got a very old retro look to it. It's almost like you're watching a cartoon from the 90s. And maybe that's part of it. Maybe part of it is people like that old fashioned cartoon look, to like the newer look. Like I like the new Animaniacs show on Hulu, and I like the new Tiny Toons Adventures, but that almost has like too crisp of a look to it. Like, it's not the quality that's not there. It's the Christmas of the animation, the HD digital look that I think throws you off. So, but this episode again defied all that. It was like, we're gonna go back to something classic. We're gonna give you that classic look to the animation. Okay, I gotta end this. My storage is really low, so may the force be with you. And let's go Yankees, go Giants.